How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Avoid the Fish YouTube channel. Today we're going to be starting a new series, Road to the Großer Kurfürst. That's the legendary ship that I've decided to boost. I'm trying to get it in 69 days like they said that we could, just so I can get some content out there on it first so you guys can check out what you're getting or what you will eventually get whenever you research it. But I'm really excited for it. We'll talk about it real quick here just because this is the first video for it. I'm on stage 3, by the way. I'll try to update you every time I get to a new stage on what ships you'll need. So if you don't have them unlocked, you can start grinding before you get there to unlock them. But anyways, we'll go into the actual ship first. I'll pull up the graphic that Wargaming has provided us with. But it's a big ship. It's got 95,220 hit points. That's massive. It also has repair parties, so you can get it up to that a couple times. So who knows what the total HP will be. They haven't given us stats on the repair party, but if you can get your max heals out of each repair party, you can probably get it up to close to like 120,000 in total health before you die. But anyways, 30 knots is max speed. It's a fast ship for a battleship, at least. At least it feels like that. I'd say at 30 knots for a ship that's that big and has that many hit points. But anyways, turning circle radius, it's massive. I don't think you're going to be dodging very many torps in this ship. You just got to be aware when you have destroyers around you, because it is at 1,150 meters. That's huge. Rudder shift time just under 20 seconds. That's pretty standard. I imagine this thing will probably feel kind of similar to the Monarch as far as turning. It just won't turn. But torpedo damage reduction 25%. It has a damage control party, standard. I don't think that has any limits on it like those Russian ships, but we're not positive on that yet. Repair party, probably 2 or 3 of those, depending on what commander you use. Catapult fighter is awesome. Very useful on battleships, even though it only is a minute 30. Whenever you have to spot like a cruiser that's pushing you, very, very valuable. And then sonar. Sonar will be nice with this, but maybe not the greatest unless you're actually pushing a destroyer. Just because even if you do spot those torps at however far away they are, you're still probably not going to dodge them. But if it's German sonar for spotting destroyers and smoke, that'll be fantastic, because at 5.5 kilometers or whatever that German sonar is, that will be very, very useful. You get options for the main batteries on this ship. You can do a 406 millimeters or 420 millimeters. I'll probably be going with the 420 millimeters. The sacrifice there is it reloads 2 seconds faster. But for that extra AP penetration that I'm guessing it will have, I think it'll be definitely worth it. But we'll see. I'll play around with it whenever I do my actual review. We'll see what happens with it. Other than that, it has 4 turrets, 3 guns on each. That's a total of 12 guns that can be shooting at you. That is massive firepower. That was one of the things that drew me to this ship. I know that PC players love this ship. I haven't ever played the PC game or really watched many videos on it in the PC, but it looks fantastic, and I'm very excited for it. It's also supposed to have the accuracy and dispersion of the American battleships, not the German ones. So at range, it'll be a little bit better than most of the German battleships, I believe, or it should be better than all of them because it's a legendary, of course. But anyways, that was posted by the Sailing Robin on Reddit. I'll show the comment, but pretty excited about that. The secondaries, they're short range secondaries, only 5 kilometers, but that was implemented, I believe, because of that change in dispersion and accuracy for the German battleship, because they went to the American, or similar to the American German accuracy and precision. I can't talk this morning, sorry. The secondaries are a little bit shorter, but that's okay. I would definitely take a better main battery over better secondaries. As you can see, like something like the Bismarck, it's just not very fun to play right now. But it's got pretty poor concealment. That's of course without any mods or anything. 16.1 kilometers, but it's a legendary ship. Come on. Maybe the biggest battleship out there once it gets out there. I don't know the actual length and dimensions versus the Yamato. The Yamato is going to be bigger, of course, but what am I saying? Anyways, it has good armor as well, but we'll jump into this. For the stage 3, that's what I'm at. Your fleet requirements are the Bretagne. I believe I said that right, but I'm not positive. Apologies if I'm wrong. But the Tier 4 French battleship from the tech tree, the Konigsberg, the Tier 4 German cruiser, and then the T-22. That's the Tier 4 German destroyer, and then you have the premium T-61. That's the Tier 5 German destroyer. And for the daily trials, I use the Bretagne, and then the Konigsberg, and then the Tier 5 ship of my choice. I think that the T-61 is an option as well, but I'm not positive. I've just been using the Konigsberg and the Bretagne because they're in the tech tree, and I don't have the T-61. But that's the bureau requirements for Stage 3, if you guys are wondering, so that you can get those ships if you don't have them already. I'll be in the gameplay that I'll show you today. I have Franz von Hipper. He's captaining my Prince Eitel Friedrich, and we'll jump into that gameplay now. We're here on the map Greece. I really do enjoy this map. I've kind of noticed though that the power points of this map is B. If you can cap B without sacrificing your entire team to do it, you have a really good chance of winning. So you guys know how I like to play these battleships. I like to play aggressive, so I just push straight forward in here. I'll kind of review the Prince Eitel Friedrich. I was going to actually do a ship review on it, and I might later on, but I wanted to use this gameplay for it, kind of the inaugural Road to the Großer Kurfürst video. I wanted to use a ship that was probably as close as you can get German-wise to the Prince Eitel Friedrich. I guess you could say the Bismarck or something like that, but I felt like this is more appropriate for some reason. Maybe because I'm hoping this has better accuracy. I don't know. But we're playing the Prince Eitel Friedrich. I'm pushing straight forward here, but I will turn into B. I just want to make sure that my turrets are to the left here, and maybe if I spot something in front of me, I can get a shot off before I get behind this island, essentially. I'm not too worried about damage right now. They have one destroyer on their team, which makes it easier for me to play aggressive. Yeah, we're pushing into B here. You can see most of my fleet's just going to sit back here. They might push a little bit towards A and then a couple towards C, but it looks like most of them will probably be playing less aggressive than I will. I'm kind of the farthest push forward besides our destroyer right now. They've started to cap B, so I'm assuming that Fubuki is already in the B point. So I'll be fighting the destroyer in here. I don't switch to HEs though, just because I don't think he'll push around aggressively around this B flag. I want to shoot some ships before I switch to my HEs eventually. But we're starting to spot some guys. There is a Nelson that's pushing very aggressively into the B flag as well, which is a little bit worrying. I take a poorly calculated shot at this Aoba here, but we just want to get into this flag. I am spotted by a plane, and then it shows me as being just spotted, so I don't know if that Fubuki's pushed up or not, but I'm going to keep pushing forward here. You guys know that once you start going on these German battleships, you just got to go, or at least that's how I play them. A lot of people do as well. You can't just go down the middle of the map, of course, without any island cover or anything like that. You'll just burn to the ground. Cruisers will absolutely feast on you. But I do have a little bit of support. This cruiser, I think it's a Budioni, decided to push up with me. This Nelson's getting real close, and that is scary just because he has some huge guns. He's got those big 16 inchers, 9 in total that he can shoot me with if he comes around the corner. So I turned to kind of bow tank him. I do want to get closer to the island though, just in case this destroyer pushes around. It is a risky play because you don't have really much room to maneuver, but it makes that destroyer expose himself and kind of suicide run you. So if you guys are having trouble with destroyers, if you're playing aggressive in a battleship, tuck up broadside 10 island that makes him push around the island to kill you, because it does provide you with some protection, at least. That if he's going to kill you, he basically has to sacrifice himself, and you may not even die if you can manage to dodge a couple torps. But this Nelson is playing super aggressive, something I would not recommend it doing a Nelson. It just doesn't have the armor to really take that damage. It's better starting fires from a little bit of a distance. But I do have my turrets to the right here. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I think I might want to push around this island afterwards. But I take my shots at the Nelson, get 2 citadels, and then these torps coming at him, he has to just push straight forward, and he's committed himself to death here, essentially. To either eat the torps and die there, or go forward and try to survive a little bit longer to do a little bit more damage. But he knows he's dead at this point, even with his massive heals. He can't do much. Now the Fubuki just launched its torps, so we know that we're a little bit safe to push forward here. I get a little bit too aggressive. I overcommit here. That Nelson was such a tasty target. I just want to keep pushing forward. Now I have the opportunity though. I could have had this opportunity if I just stayed back and didn't take all this fire damage. But I can shoot this Bayern. It resets this sea capture point. Make sure to keep a heads up if there's a ship spotted in a capture point and it's not captured. Even if he's not your primary target at the moment, take a couple shots at him. Reset that cap, just so that he doesn't get the full capture. That's pretty important to do. Now we have equal captures. They capped B before I was able to get into it, but we do have A capped. They're trying to cap C, but they don't have it, so right now we're getting equal points. So that's pretty important. If they had the 2 cap advantage, it'd be much more difficult for us to win this game. Just because, you know, these games a lot come down to actual captures and not everyone being killed. This Fubuki plays super aggressive here. I don't even know if aggressive, it's just bold. if my like cruisers on my team played a little bit more aggressive, he would have died there 100%. But whenever he's backing up like that, you know that he's launching torpedoes. So I start turning back to my left, backing back up to my left, just to make sure that I can get out of where he just launched those torpedoes. It would take a pretty poor battleship commander to actually be hit by torpedoes in this situation, just because he exposed himself for a good 30 seconds there while launching torpedoes. So you know they're coming. You can easily adjust, unless it's like screamer torps like the Udachi has. You're almost guaranteed to be able to dodge those, unless he's actually launched them in a smart way. But just judging off, I'm not trying to rip on this guy, but judging off of how he played that, he probably isn't the most experienced destroyer captain yet. But anyways, we're on this flag. They've left the B point, so we can go ahead and capture it. I think it was at Belfast. It was pushed up there, just kind of contesting it, but pretty scary whenever you have a battleship coming at the point when you're at Belfast. You don't have torpedoes to defend yourself. So we're gonna go ahead and play a little bit more aggressive here again. See if we can get around the corner of this island and get some shots off. We know that Fubuki's running away, at least for now. So I do push up a little bit more aggressive again because he's not the threat to me right now. And I know that on the other side of this island I have a Belfast, so torpedoes aren't really a threat, and I can play more aggressive now. They have not capped the C flag yet. They've just continually been reset, which is great for us. We can push up because we have the A flag, and they don't have much covering their flank on that side. So we have 3 battleships coming from A. I'm pushing up from B, and we have great positioning here. Once again, this B area is very strong on this map. I'd highly recommend trying to get control of it if you have the opportunity. Don't sacrifice everything to do it, of course, but you can see we're in a much better position right now in this game than they are, because we were able to cap the B flag and control it, and they've had to back up, and they're still trying to cap the C flag because we've been able to contest that from the B flag. So that's fantastic. But just pushing up a little bit aggressively here. We're kind of lucky that the Hood and the Byron over there aren't shooting at us, because I am completely broadside to them, and they have pretty strong guns on both those ships. But we're trying to get in an area where we can kind of start launching shots at these cruisers here. I am burning. Don't use that damage control on that first fire unless you can go behind an island or something and not take any more damage from fires. But this Prince Eitel Friedrich, it's a fun ship to play. It has German accuracy for its guns. You'll see, I'll take a couple shots here that seem like I should get some good damage out of them, and I hit like 1 out of the 6 or 4 shots that are going out, you know. So a little bit frustrating there. Feel like you can get citadels on a Fuso that's not moving at all and completely broadside to you, but I get 3 hits out of the 4, which is nice, but not a ton of damage there, just because they're not hitting really exactly where I'm aiming, which is frustrating with these ships. But the Prince Eitel Friedrich is fun. I kind of, it almost feels to me how I play it like a tier 5 Gneisenau, just without torpedoes. But it is a lot of fun. I enjoy the Gneisenau. I really like this turtleback armor scheme. I'm not positive if this actually has it. I should know that. I'm sorry I don't know that, guys. But it definitely feels like it. It feels like I can take quite a bit of damage with this thing. And that really suits my play style with battleships. Whenever I'm just kind of balls to the wall going for it. For a little bit of a crude description there. But anyways, at this point I have just under 100,000 damage, and that's without any sinks or anything, and only 2 citadels. Those were on that Nelson at the very beginning. But I have 10 defends. That's really big. If you have 10 defends, you're probably going to win the game. Or be influenced greatly for your team. But I go ahead and I nab that kill on the Fuso. I didn't do a lot of damage to him. My cruisers that pushed up with me and the other 2 battleships, they did most of that damage. But this Fubuki is now my biggest threat, so I switched to my HEs. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but we're both inside that 2-kilometer guaranteed detection range. So I'm kind of watching what's going on here. I want that Belfast to stop shooting fire at me because I don't have damage con right now, and it would just wither away at my fire. But my 2 battleships are pushing up there that are on my team, and this Fubuki, he decides that he'll play a little bit aggressive. He starts speeding up to come toward me, so I turn into the island here. I do this purposefully. It's a tactical beaching, if you want to call it that, but this just makes it so that he has to push all the way around to hit me with torps. If he wants to torp me, he has to kill me once again, or he has to sacrifice himself. If he wants to torp me, he has to kill me. He has to sacrifice himself. So you can see he has to go very, very wide here. I'm able to swing my turrets all the way around, and my secondaries finish him off, and I'm able to dodge those torps. 2 of them hit the island, which was very useful, but I did turn back to my right in towards the island, it kicked my tail out, the back of my ship a little bit, but I was able to avoid that last one. I probably would have been hit by one if they didn't hit the island, but beaching myself there allowed him, or allowed me to basically make him overcommit, and that's what he did, and that's what ended up finishing him off. But anyways, guys, I really like this Prince Eitel Friedrich. 10,000 doubloons, not bad. If you want a ship that's more built around accuracy, look at the Warspite or the Dunkirk for big guns, you know, that just absolutely hammer the enemy. This ship's a little bit different. You have to play more aggressive for it to be rewarding, I feel like. Sitting back, you'll just be pretty disappointed by the accuracy of the guns if you just sit back and try to start fires or hit AP from a distance. But if you push up, take some damage. Don't be afraid to take damage in a battleship. You have to be careful because you can get torped. But this is a fun ship to play. I might do a review if you guys want on it later. Apologies to the people that asked for reviews on the Bayern, the Fiji, and also the Molotov. I should be getting the Bayern gameplay out relatively soon. I do have it recorded, I just don't have the audio recorded, and I wanted to start this road to the Großer Kurfürst series first. And the Fiji, I have some gameplay. I might try to get a better gameplay. It's like an 80k game, which is okay, but I like to post more impressive gameplays. But anyways, guys, I really would appreciate it if you like and subscribe and leave feedback in the comments. I will be getting those gameplays out pretty soon. Monday, you should expect the HMS Exeter gameplay. I'm so excited for that ship. It's coming out this Monday. I'm going to try to get that content out probably about 7 p.m. Eastern time, but I'm not positive. We'll see how it plays out. But I've really been enjoying this. The Bureau's been a little bit of a toll as this gameplay finishes out. I'll talk about the Bureau a little bit. It's been kind of a toll on my ability to create content. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half to get all 3 of my daily trials for each ship done, the Alaska and the Großer Kurfürst. And even though I'm playing AI matches in some of those just to make sure that I win, so I don't have to play multiple matches, that's a little bit of a burnout as far as this game goes. I know that the Bureau is supposed to be a grind, but I don't know. I just feel like it'd be a lot better if they maybe only had one game or one victory required for daily trials, and they can still set the ship, whatever ship you have to use. But 3 games is a lot to actually boost me every day, so we'll see. I don't think they'll change anything for this campaign, but maybe for the next legendaries that come out, they'll change something. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Pretty fun. I'm excited for this Großer Kurfürst. I'll try to update you as soon as it ticks over to the 4th stage of the project to see what ships there are that you need to grind for. But I'm excited for this. I hope you guys are. Leave some feedback once again. Like and subscribe if you can, if you enjoy the video. But have a good day and smooth sailing out there. See ya.